going on YouTube? Brennan Worth from Worth Window Pane. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over squeegee rubber and squeegees that I use. So I use two different kinds, two brands. I have several out there, but your main ones that everybody's going to hear of is Ed-A-Ray and Sorbo. Now there's a big stink over the Mormon handle, which is what I have here. The Mormon accelerator, and what that allows you to do is you can change a button here. I don't know if you can see it. Change the button and you can change your angles. So this one goes from a 40 to a -20. Okay, so that's the degree when you're putting it on the glass. Man, this thing is awesome. Absolutely awesome for pole work. So I put it on 9 times out of 10. I run 25-degree angle. You push a button and it'll swivel, so you can put it up on your pole and really get it up. But just with the twist of an arm, you can kind of run it around. And that's the Mormon accelerator handle. And I run an Ed-A-Ray brass 14-inch channel. And so also running an Ed-A-Ray Pro rubber. Channel out of there. So when you go to change these rubbers, I change probably a lot more frequently than I should. I'm a little bit wasteful with it, but I usually go every 2 or 3 jobs before I change. Some people run a week, some people run way longer than they should with them, but I try to cut out having the issue of a worn out rubber before it gets there. So whenever you go, these just have little clips in the end of them. So I just grab my rubber at the edge, pull it out, and then you squeeze it. And that's your little clip. I don't know if you can see that or not. And all it does is just grab around, wraps around the squeegee, pinches it, and then when you slide it into that channel, it creases it down. So to swap it, if this side's still good, because you can always flip your rubber around. Once this front side's wore out, I take one clip out, pull it out just like this, flip the channel, and drop it right back in. That's going to lock into place. And then you just find how much slack you have on this end, kind of pull it out, and then I hold the rubber, spread that out, grip it down, and then let it pull itself right back in. And now it's locked in. You're good to go. Now, you don't have to take your channel out to do this. I just took the channel out to show you guys. So that rubber's good to go now. It's flipped, ready for the day. Now another one that I use, if I do run 18-inch, I tend to stick with Sorbo. I love Sorbo products. Just swapped over a few months ago and started using the rubbers. I have a ton of their channels, and I just kind of bought a bunch of different brands to try and figure out what I like, because everybody's gonna be different. I mean, you might try these and absolutely hate them, but these are a little bit different, but kind of the same setup. Just grab the edge of your rubber, pull it out, and it's got a little pin in it right there, just a little clip, same setup. Pull that clip out, pull your rubber out, flip it around if you haven't already, stick it back in, push your clip in, and then you're good to go there. So with the 18-inch Sorbo, I feel like these rubbers glide a lot better on the glass than Ed-A-Ray. I feel like they don't take as long to break in, because when you put a new Ed-A-Ray rubber in, you might run through half of a house, and it's going to be kind of sticky and grabby and before it actually breaks in. So I swapped over to the Sorbo, like I said a little while ago, and I've just been hooked on them ever since. I've bought several more channels and several more squeegee handles. The feel of their handles to me are superior. They take the win every time. So whenever you buy your Ed-A-Ray rubbers from Window Cleaning Resource, of course, don't go anywhere else. They're gonna come in a little packet. These are my 14-inch pre-cuts. Now one side is just blank. There's nothing on it. And if you can see this side, there's a logo right here. So whenever I change my rubber, I always put the logo facing me. So I would put it in here. logo facing towards me. And that way I know, at the end of the day, a lot going on, or maybe you come up on a Friday and get done on a Friday, get home, you're not going to start swapping your squeegee rubbers. You worked all week, you're done, ready for the weekend to start. So putting that label towards me allows me to know that I haven't swapped that rubber. And one thing you can kind of look at, I doubt you're going to be able to get it on camera, but if you just look at home, your top corners, your edges is what's going to wear out. Okay, so you're just going to see a different changing color where it looks like it's been rubbing, or if it has any kind of nicks or anything. So when your rubber goes bad, when you're fanning it, you're going to see it's going to leave a streak around it. And that's because your corner's not actually grabbing that water and pulling it with you. So that's when you want to swap. Now this this rubber could be cut down to a 12-inch if you have a 12-inch squeegee, because the only thing it's bad on is your edges. And then from a 12-inch you go down to 6-inch, so on and so forth. I do not save them like that. I have several 6-inch cuts outside in my trailer that I probably could save, but I do not. Now, another favorite of mine is going to be the Unger Greens. Love the way they look, for one, because they're green. They look awesome. You start sticking them in different channels and stuff. But these rubbers last a lot longer than the Ettore rubbers do. But they're just kind of hard to get broke in for me, so I don't use them very often. But once you do get them broke in, these things are great. They last a long time. I mean, you can probably run 4 to 5 times longer on an Unger green rubber than you can with an Ettore Pro. But I don't know. I find what works for me, and that's what I keep doing. That's what I keep going back to. So I guess that about wraps up this video. If y'all have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get back with you with what I do know. I hope it's helped out some of you guys that had questions on how to change your squeegee rubbers, and you also just kind of got to see what I use every day. So I guess that's it for today. Y'all come back next week for another video. We appreciate it.